4 years ago, Lukefield Finance Company was born out of a need to re-energize the financial sector, especially for small and medium-scale businesses, making it possible for them to find access to the critical finance they need to survive and scale.
In the beginning, I got together with a gentleman called Tunji Fabamigbe. The story with Tunji started as a boss-subordinate relationship, went on to become, like a junior brother and then a colleague, really. When the idea to start Lukefield Finance came about, it was Tunji that I called upon, and we went for the license. And by the time the license was out in December 2018, it was just about time to leave GTB. And that's how we started Lukefield Finance. So for the first 2 years, I was consulting for the company and he was the pioneer MD. And then he went on to do other things and I took over as the MD. So that's how it all started.
We started a little bit lean. We didn't want to generate unnecessary operating costs. So we started probably with about 5 or 6 people. And we started growing gradually. One of the major things for us was that we need to grow the balance sheet. So we wanted to attract a lot of borrowings, which is more like a deposit or investors' money at that point in time. So one of the focus our strategy at the beginning was that we should always be able to return people's money when they want so that they start developing confidence, which is probably one of the things that Lukefield is benefiting on today. So it was tough at the beginning. I mean, we had very few customers, but we believed in the dream and we followed it to the end.
When you start any business afresh, despite the nicely worded vision and mission, the focus is to survive, especially when you operate in a very volatile environment like Nigeria. So while we set out a very nice vision and mission, like all businesses, first 2 years the goal was to survive, get licensed and get the business fully operational. Post the first 2-3 years, we said, okay, let's try and consolidate these gains and in terms of our budget, our aspirations were tailored accordingly. And now the vision really is to dominate the finance space. So we've gone from just trying to survive now to we're fully operational, we're good to go. Business is really good. The last CBN audit confirmed that. The CBN auditors were very impressed with what we have done. And as a business, our goal now is to dominate the finance space.
We had the vision, the clear vision of being one of the best. In fact, one of our strategic intent was within 10 years, we should be one of the top 5 finance company in the entire country. So we wanted to build a good business. We also, we know we can't do it alone. So we went to recruit the best people that we can get that can also get us the numbers that we want. And a lot of efforts were made by the owners, shareholders of the business at the beginning to ensure that we bring in customers, we bring in people that can do the business, that can patronize us through. So more like we're using the network of the initial shareholders at the beginning to raise. And we kept at it. We kept attracting borrowings. And we also were not too bullish on loan at the beginning. So we had a lot of borrowings, which is like deposit, but we were gradually growing our loan portfolio. We wanted to understand the system. We're focused on SME and retail. We wanted to understand it perfectly well before we ballooned the loan. So at the beginning, we grew our loans gradually. At the beginning, we were more investing in money markets, in bonds, in all those stuff, while we're building the loan, which today is at a good level. We did that, and by the time we got to, after like 2-3 years, we already understood the system very well and were able to grow the loans at the end of the day, it was important that we also increase the balance sheet. So we keep building the business. That's how we built confidence in the business.
In running up till today, I would say one of the major achievements is the fact that without any advertisement, our customers have been our advertising platform. So from customer service, from treating our customers well, it has been word of mouth onto other people to say, oh, you can also go to Lukefield and they can do this for you. And so in our 4 years of operations, we've grown the business to over 1,000 customers, to a balance sheet size of almost 7 billion, and customer deposits, of over 5 billion, and loans of like almost 5 billion, 4.5 billion, in just 4 years. So that's, I would say, has been one of the major things that we've achieved over time. Being very close to our customers, meeting their needs, selling them possibilities, So when a customer comes, you don't just drive away to say, oh, sorry. We look at it and say, what can we do? And if there is any request that we cannot meet, we're also very quick to tell our customers, sorry, this one, so that we're not just leading the customer on. So I think this has really helped us to, get a very close relationship with our customers over time.
One of the important things for us in Lukefield is our customers. Just like we did when we started, the focus is on customers, to make our customers happy, to delight our customers, to go beyond expectation for our customers, whether you want to give us borrowing, whether you want to get loan, whether you want any service you want with us. So the focus will be on customer. Our customer will be our number one priority in Lukefield, today, tomorrow, for the next 10 years. And we found out that with that, you can't go wrong. Anytime you focus on the customer, you can never go wrong. So our customers are the most important thing, and we always delight them in Lukefield.
The people behind the Lukefield are well known to be very professional. So I'm actually not surprised at the quality of service and very high level of professionalism being displayed at Lukefield. The staff are very wonderful, they are very professional. The culture is also very warm and good. My investment has been growing, though I started very small, but now I think I have something with them, to the best of my knowledge, but it's actually been very wonderful. When my investment is maturing, they will give me an update. They call me regularly to give me an update on the investment, and honestly, I've introduced so many of my friends to Lukefield, and they're also very okay with the service and the level of professionalism.
Late last year, God just brought Lukefield to me. From nowhere, I got a message, and I thought it was a fraudster initially, But the guy didn't relent. He kept on checking till I had a reason to look them up. Then I realized, okay, this is genuine. And since then, it's been a very wonderful experience with them, I can say a whole lot of good things about these people, not just for the camera, not just for, the hype alone, but really, because I have my experiences with so many commercial banks in Nigeria. And honestly speaking, compared to commercial banks, these are wonderful people. Their human relation is second to none. Then you talk about their interest rates, their process time. Even for them to process your LPO financing takes them less than 3 days. It's never happened before, with my long years of experience. So it's really been wonderful, and it doesn't even stop at that. They give you money to do your job, and they still follow up. They check on you from time to time. How's the business going? How's your project going? Have you finished? Have you invoiced it? So they're wonderful,
We've got a lot of ex-bankers, a number of people who have worked in some of the best financial institutions across the country. But we also think it is important that you have a board that does not serve as an echo chamber where everybody has the same kind of thinking. And I think that is important for how Lukefield has evolved as a business and as a board. We have taken the experience across different backgrounds, across different industries, and it has helped us a long way. We have very experienced directors who have been directors on other boards and boards of very successful organizations, and we have transferred that winning culture also to Lukefield.
Today, Lukefield is rebranding to sharpen its edges, build on its strengths, and continue to provide possibilities for customers across the country.
The genesis of the logo, as I said, Tunji and I just sat together with no expert opinion and just came up with the logo because we were pressed for time. So the old logo was not very clear. A lot of people couldn't really decipher the L in the Lukefield. And so when we decided to change the logo, we're looking for something very simple, very direct, and also catchy.
I don't think it's coincidental that we're starting with a rebranding. Like I said, those things were nice. They were nice to have, but we just wanted to get known for what we do. We didn't want to be one of those companies that was all about packaging. Now we have the content, and we're positioning in terms of packaging to go with the content that we know that we have. Lukefield, based on products, based on the competence of the people in the organization, based on the direction that the board has set, is absolutely set for. So our vision now has been set for the next 5 years. And like all things, as we go within those 5 years, we will tweak it, we will adjust it to current realities. But over the next 5 years, we have very, very high aspirations.
Apart from the logo itself, what we're trying to do is to position the company further to where we started, family and friends, to a household name in the finance industry. So we're going after institutional investors now. We're going after, because over time we've increased our share capital. Today, where our shareholders' funds is almost $1 billion. What you need to run a finance company is just 100 million naira in share capital. But we've raised capital twice, so we've positioned ourselves to be able to cater not only to the individuals or to the small SMEs, but to those ones whose turnover, is over 5 billion and the commercial banking sector also. So we've positioned ourselves to meet customers' needs, and I think that's really where we are going, going forward from here.
We believe so much in the business we're doing. We believe so much in Australia, and we believe also in the ability of the board to take Lukefield to where we expect it to be. And I can assure you that Lukefield will be one of the biggest finance house business in a couple of years to come. And beyond that, we don't even see Lukefield as just a finance house. We hope and believe that we'll transform into a bigger, like a merchant bank, like a full bank in the future. So I have that utmost confidence that Lukefield will be here in the next 20, 30 years, even beyond us, with the way we are steering and the way we are looking at pushing the business. So I'm extremely confident, and I also assure everybody that Lukefield is here to stay.
We want to sell possibilities to our customers. We want the customer to come and know that, of course, we want to make money. We're not a charitable organization, we're a profit-making organization, but it's not all about the money. It's about meeting the customer's needs. It's about looking at each customer and giving them tailor-made, solutions to their problems, to their issues, or to their financial needs. Those are the things that we want to sell to our customers going forward. And we also, because we know that the industry is plagued with a lot of integrity, issues. People want to be sure that their money is safe. They are like, oh, a finance company, why won't I take my money to the bank? But we want to develop a rapport, a relationship with our customers where they know that this is not a flight-by-night company. We want to build a legacy. So we want them to know that their funds are safe. And so we also do not gamble. We don't do anything that is untoward with their money. We ensure that we play safe, and we abide by the rules of our regulators. So these are the things we are offering our customers going into the future, to know that if there is any finance company that can meet their needs, Lukefield is where they should look to. As we unveil our new logo, we are positioning in Lukefield Finance Company to serve the customers better. We're happy that you're on board. And we assure you that we'll continue to serve you, better as we go into the future.
On behalf of the Board of Directors of Lukefield Finance Limited, we'd like to welcome all our stakeholders, employees, managers, regulators to what we consider to be a new vistas for Lukefield Finance Limited. Welcome to the future.